Hi, hello, it's me, as always. How are you? I did my makeup. How cute. And we're talking about this. Um, so as a lot of us know, I have mental health issues. And the state of the world is making me want to do violent things to someone. And so I've discovered the more I help the earth, the more it makes everything in my head shut up. And maybe that will be helpful for you if you're experiencing the same thing. I have to put this somewhere. We're gonna put it on a comb. We're gonna put the comb and I'm like, ooh, I could just do this. Oh, this is fun. Okay. So this is my 10th Ecobrick. I already started on which one is that? Is that my 11th or is that my 12th? I think it's my 12th. In this time of making many eco bricks to make flower beds in my backyard, and also hoarding eco bricks, so when they compress because gravity, I can stuff more plastic in it. Over this time, I've learned that I consume a lot of things covered in plastic, mainly granola bars. I eat a lot of granola bars, I've learned. And the amount of granola bars I eat, probably not healthy. Some of my favorites are the sweet and salty Nature Valley granola bars. In fact, I've learned that happens to be possibly one of my favorite things to take to bed because I keep getting piles of them on my tables because I'm not putting them in the trash because I've lost my mind. I'm not losing my mind. I don't think. I think it's there. I don't know. And so I'm putting them all in these big bottles. Now they're not all the size of this. Let me show you 1 through 11 minus that one. Also, yes, they're in this box. If you know me, you know I'm a Topo Chico person. I am not a I can't read that backwards person. Topo Chico though is having problems. I'm very worried about the company. And so I have 3 Gatorade bottles worth, and then 7 water bottles worth. I gotta scoop back somehow. Jesus. Okay. These are all my bottles that I've done so far. At some point, I will continue to pack them with more plastic from 1 and onward. In fact, I'm contemplating stuffing them all with so much plastic that they are like pounds. Also, I have bricks. There's bricks in my backyard. I'm pointing to the window. There's bricks in my backyard. I don't have a lot of bricks though, but this eco brick stuff has made me think of like, oh my god, what if? Oh, that should be thrown away. What if, like, as a place in America, we stop doing these stupid fucking houses that look like paper mache? I get it that they're like sturdy. They're not weather safe. They're not extremely weather safe. They're sturdy if you get a little wind and never anything worse than rain. That's not happening though. I'm very sorry if you live in one of those houses. I don't. I think, yeah, all around my home is brick. But making the eco bricks have made me think of, oh my god, what if people, let me grab one. People made eco bricks and then like stacked them on top of each other, put them in like a metal that thing that squishes the things mold, and then squished them into the size of a brick. So if someone wants to come up with that, that'd be great. Like, obviously, I think it'd have fume issues, but I think if you put enough trees around the building, it would be fine. And you're also getting rid of a lot of plastic. Not getting rid of, but you're taking it out of the garbage cycle, which isn't a cycle, by the way. It's a two-step street. This is also encouraging me to reduce my plastic intake, and even if I can't reduce it, I can compact it. And so I've gotten really into this after I've been into for years anything everything I can do for the earth. I have the earth tatted on my fucking arm. We know this. I did that. So it's faded like shit, but it's on there. Fucking where is it? It's right here. But yeah, so truly everything's so on fire that I'm kind of like at this point in my life, if I can stop the fire from being near me, we're good. We're good. We're good. But yeah, so I've made a lot of bricks at this point. I've made up to 11. I'm on my 12th. My 12th is going to be green. You know why my 12th is green? Because this is a ginger ale bottle. I think this would be really fun for people to collect colored bottles and then stuff them with plastic and then use those as like bricks. Just look how pretty that's gonna be. Look how pretty the bottom is so far. It's very shiny. It'll become less shiny when it's outside a lot. But yeah, and then I've been thinking about these, and I'm like, oh my god, this is like the density of my wall. Weirdly enough, this is probably the density of my wall. Crosswise, I don't have thick walls on my house. It's brick though, so I don't know. Oh, my tum hurts. I'm talking too quick. Damn it, I have to pee. I love y'all. I'll be back. I'm back. I had to pee, and then I got distracted. I started talking to my mom. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah. There's a lot of bottles. I think the idea of taking colored bottles like this, I think you could technically do the same thing with glass, but glass is a lot easier to recycle. So I wouldn't do it with glass. But let's say you live in kind of a yurt house type thing. I guess you could do it with glass for like in between like the things. There was this family I used to watch back in the day. I got them on my For You page the other day, which made me think of them. But they did yurt-ish houses, but they did it with like sacks of like dirt and not like clay. And they were odd people. Not like in a mean way, but just like I don't know what the hell they do. Apparently, they have another grandkid now. And they're building a whole new house. I don't know. Can't remember the name. I would have to look back at my history. But yeah. And so I think it'd be a really cool idea to do like colored bottles for like patterns in the walls. That'd be pretty. That'd be really pretty if you did patterns in the wall with the I can't think. With bottles. That'd be really pretty. I personally would really like that. Oh, and then let me show you these two. These are gonna fill up really quickly compared to the rest of them. They're squares, and so I'm gonna need I'm gonna end up needing another box. But they're squares. How funky is that? I think they're just like the Gatorade, like electrolyte drinks. Okay. Oh Lord. I and my family go outside a lot and we sweat a lot. And no matter how much water we drink, we don't like do not take a lot of a pack of a little bit of electrolytes like a day is whatever. Don't take excessive amounts of electrolytes if you're not literally outside digging holes and ripping up weeds and sweating profusely through profuse Oh my god. Through your shirt. Is the other side like that? No, what is that? I don't know what that is. The shirt was clean when I put it on. I guess it's sweat. Did I spill? I might have spilled something. What the fuck? This is not that funny. It's a little funny. It's a little funny because I just noticed it. I noticed it on camera. I'm talking about sweat and I look at my armpit. It's not that funny. It's a little funny. Do not take electrolytes unless you're literally sweating that bad. Anyway, oh my god. Oh my god. Dear Lord. I think it's funny. Other people are probably gonna be like, that's so gross. I'm gonna have to be like, well, clearly you don't go outside. But yeah, guys, you can do this with all sorts of bottles. For example, shampoo bottles. I'm sure you can do it with shampoo bottles. You're gonna have to find a top that fits the shampoo bottle that's not pumped, but I'm sure you can do it. I haven't yet. This is distilled water. There's a distilled water jug filled with plastic. And like, okay, I've had like fears of non-recyclable plastics for like years. I've been on that since I was a child, and I'm gonna be 20. Then everyone else is like, oh my god, the plastics are bacteria, and I'm sitting here like, I've fucking been known this. Are you people stupid? I'm not trying to be mean, but really, it's really starting to piss me off. It's right up there with those videos of girls being like, I can't believe my nose is a bump. Your bump is fucking fine. I hate them. I don't hate them. I hate the sexist beauty standard that they are upset about. You know, men can have big noses, and they're fine. But women have big noses. Oh no! Men have big nose though. Indicates things. Women have big nose. Ugly. Must have dick. Really? It's pathetic. It's truly pathetic. It's depressing. It's so pathetic. But yeah, so I've been making so many Ecobricks, and I just keep making Ecobricks. I'm also actively like project panning so much of my makeup. I went from project panning 3 palettes to I'm almost done with one of those palettes. So I went, hey, let's do 6 now, because that's a good idea. I don't know, and now I have like a rule where I can't buy a rebuy of one of those palettes until I'm done with all of them. Which is depressing because one of those palettes, the palette I want to rebuy when I purchased it, it's a drugstore palette. It's one of my favorite palettes, probably of all time. It was $3 when I purchased it a handful of years ago. It's lasted a couple of years, but it has some of the most beautiful shimmery eye. Look at that! Look at that purple. Look how gorgeous. I've ever seen in my entire life, and it's my favorite palette ever, and it's like $3. The brand really should sponsor me. They really should. I plug their shit in like every other video I start talking about makeup. I'm like, I love this brand. I love them so much. This is how much this cost me. Their eyeliner is my favorite eyeliner of all time. Their gel and their liquid. Their liquid is so fucking good. Like, it can dry kind of creasy when you first buy it, like brand new. But eye strip, I literally I use it so much that I end up watering it down and putting face paint in it just to extend its life. I'm not even joking. It's disgusting, but it works. Clearly. What else? What else could you make an eco brick? You could make an eco brick out of a juice bottle. We don't really drink juice like that, so I haven't done that. When we are done with the next juice bottle, I'll do that. You can do it out of shampoo bottles. You can do how I'm doing little bottles, and then when you find a big bottle, do a big bottle. Remember, make sure everything's like perfectly clean and dry. I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I get frustrated and I just wipe it on my pants and then I put it in the bottle. Don't do that, especially if you're throwing it away and or, donating it. I'm being irresponsible. I know I'm being irresponsible, but it's also mine and it's gonna be in my fucking backyard. It will be fine. Compared to if it went in a house or if it went in, I guess if it was in a landfill, it'd be fine, but you might risk hurting an animal. Yeah, what else? I guess it might hurt an animal in my yard, but we have all the animals are high. And landfills are on the ground. And like we have deers and coyotes and stuff, but they're not in my backyard. If they are in my backyard, I'm sure it's for some weird we're injured reason. That's actually never happened. I wouldn't be surprised if it's happened and I just don't know about it, but like we do have a lot of deer. We had cranes. We have geese, and we have ducks. We have a lot of stuff. There was fucking forever ago. Like someone saw like a mountain lion. Not like a mountain lion, but like a big cat. And I mean a bobcat. I don't know what type of cat it was now I'm thinking about it. It was a relayed story. Not here. Not here. Clarified. Not in my home or my neighborhood. Just in the state. Which actually there's been a handful of sightings everywhere, so. It's so weird to think about that because, like, what is it? There's some big cat that's native to the Americas. And then, certain people came here and they they fused out a bunch of other people because they were bad. And then, a bunch of animals died, and I think horses too, and like buffalo and oh yeah, if you haven't picked up on my tone, I derive from tribes. And even if you don't, you should still be upset about what fucking happened. Jesus Christ. That's so bad. It's so funny though. So yeah, I've been making a lot of Ecobricks. I highly encourage people to start making shit. Ooh, that's an air bubble. A lot of these are going to be double stuffed by the time they go in the yard, so I'm not too worried about getting them really compact right now. Because gravity. I'm sure it will, like, whatchamacallit? I don't know. That would be a great company, though. Like, privately stuff water bottles and, like balls and stuff. Like, go into landfills for secondhand, like, plastics and thin plastics and stuff. And, like, clean them and stuff them with bottles and, like, have people donate bottles and stuff. And then, like, compact them into brick shapes. Kind of like, there's this company in Britain or England or somewhere over in Europe. I can't remember the name, but they do something similar like that. They take, Like, they take recyclable plastics, and then they, like, cut them down, melt them down back into, like, sheets, right? And then they make stuff, and one of the things that they made was plastic bricks that I think the video I saw was, like, supposedly they are, like, as strong, maybe stronger than, like, a brick. I don't know. I think the future of homes should really be, like a combination of recycled plastic and actual bricks. Like, obviously, there should be more actual bricks than recycled plastic. But the amount of fucking people here and the amount of garbage we produce on a one-use basis is truly disgusting. It's gross. There's too many people here. There's too many plastics here. There's too many fucking buildings. I never hear anyone talk about this. The amount of fucking buildings we have is ridiculous. And I'm not talking about, like, in the world. I'm not talking about in the US. I'm talking about everywhere. Like, truly. Look around. All these big fucking buildings for us and our stuff. A lot of that stuff is just gonna get thrown away because it broke and I didn't want to fix it. The amount of buildings and the amount of people and the amount of garbage we produce because there's so many people and buildings and things is absurd. Truly. Like, look at the landfills. Look at the percentage of recycling service to landfills. It upsets me deeply on a daily basis. What else could I talk about? I don't know. Ooh. My progress on my crowns. I have a decent amount of brown to go through more, but this is about half of my brown crown collection now. In I think this is a beef broth jar. If you're like my family and you get the glass jars instead of the little plastic jars with the silver like packaging inside. Which, side note, even if you aren't like an eco person, you should still switch to the just the jar version, because if you're like my family, you use a lot of broths just because you make like a lot of soups and stuff. And these little jars are so handy. They might still smell like broth, but they're so handy. I've ordered like 3 of them. Ooh, that smells like crown and broth. But yeah, this is my progress with my brown, and I really do truly hope in my heart of hearts that for my birthday, I get a crown melter. And on that note, I love you all. I hope you all have an amazing day or night or whatever time it is where you are. And I really do want every last one of you Ecobricks and crochet with the plastics. I've made videos about so many things at this point. It's ridiculous. And on that note of wanting you, we're holding hands, of wanting you all to be the best people you can possibly be and to not be that hard on yourself because nothing's real. I'm saying that for you and for me. Nothing's real. To our knowledge, everyone could be controlling everything and be completely out to get us. I love you all so insanely much. You guys give me my will to live and simultaneously give me so much hate that I fucking can't stand it sometimes, but the majority of the time, you give me my will to live. I love you. Be good people. Do good things. Be nice to each other. And help. Go get a peace sign tattoo. Go get a peace sign tattoo. I have a peace sign tattoo. It's on my leg. Bye!